Okay, so these chicks just got moved out of my incubator room. So if you watched my video the other day, these are the chicks that were in the black tub brooders underneath the incubators. So now we're out in the barn, the main part of the barn. It is not heated, but it is insulated. These are just feed bags stapled up so they can't eat the insulation, because they will. And those are my waters. It's an automatic water system in these pens that hooks up to a main tank. So each one of these chicks, you can see the black mark on their wing. That's a wing band. So they all have a number. These are breasts. This is Charlie. He's gonna aggravate me while I'm doing this. Okay. So what I wanted to show you was these chicks. One of those two little ones right there and right there, those are only a week old. The other ones are 2 weeks old, and that one is 3 weeks old. Now you can mix them in small quantities like this. The 3 week old, he was the only one that hatched that week. I think it was cold or something happened, I don't know. I only set 2 eggs and it was the only one that hatched. So you don't put them up with the older ones, you put them down with the younger ones. So it actually lived with some quail for a week. So it's kind of flighty like a quail. This is a Rent-A-Coop heater plate. So somebody asked me what plates I use. In the small brooders, I use what's on my website. I actually use those. They're 10 by 10 or 12 by 12. And they fit in there, keeps that space warm. You don't want birds too far from the heat when they're real young, because they'll get too far and then they can't figure out how to get back. So you keep food and water close to the heat, and then you just kind of expand their space as they get bigger and stronger. So this space is 5 by 8, I think. Concrete floors, which are cold. So this bedding is probably 3 inches deep. It's stall pellets underneath and then some flakes on top. And then that is tilted. Let's see. So they can decide like where they want to be under there. So the younger ones can get to this end, and then the bigger one can get over there if he really wants to. And then we just have these small roosts that I put in just for them to perch and see what's going on, because everybody wants to see what's going on. And then, of course, their food. This isn't my preferred method of feeding them. I like the plastic ones from Dollar Tree, believe it or not. They don't tip over. I have J feeders that actually fit on the outside, but they waste a lot. So this is just better. Some of them I put in half crates and they can't tip those over, and that works really well. So you just kind of have to play with them and find what works for you, what you have laying around. I'll probably go find a half crate and put this one in. So that is the Show Pro starter right there, ration. And these are actually breast birds. So anyway, they'll stay in here probably for another 5 weeks, just because it's winter. If it wasn't winter, they probably wouldn't stay in here this long. And Big Mac has a lot to say today. So this is just easier for me just to keep them in here. So that's the only reason they'll stay in here till they're 8 or 9 weeks old. These guys are 10 weeks, and I'm gonna find some space for them to move out this week sometime, because we're getting crowded and I have more chicks hatching. So anyway, this is my, I guess a grow out pen inside my barn.